Hello, my Geminis. Wow. I feel slightly overwhelmed already. I'm already going to tell you. Welcome to my channel, HK Readings. I'm going to be doing a reading, general love reading for Gemini's Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. If you have it anywhere in your chart or you're a cross watcher, hey, look at this video, check it out. There might be something in it for you. If it is, like, subscribe, leave your comments, share, you know what I mean? Share how it relates, because I am really interested in seeing that, if that's of the comfort that you have to do so. So, within brevity, I'll say that I acquired some tiger's eye today. It was something I had been planning to do for a while. The energy called for it to be today. I planned on doing this reading today. It's a very powerful stone, and as it is one of the stones that I'm using. Oh my, hold on, excuse me, y'all. Yeah, AC unit. It's still hot in Houston. It's about 82 degrees right now. In December. Welcome to Texas. Anywho, so within having that as one of the reading stones that I have on my table here, alongside Evil Eye Protection piece. Just gonna go ahead and put that out there so you can see it, because it's a beauty. Used for more than just dependent. Having the two eyes here really, as they collaborated energies and exuded, it really has given me a charge that is feeling a tad overwhelming in a good way. I was shuffling the Goddess Guidance cards here, a little pre-shuffling before recording. These two cards shot right out. So we're starting off with a theme of twos, and I'm getting the strong sense of coupling, you know, that's what's coming to mind. And at the bottom of the deck here was Isis, and that deals with past life energies, past life situations. So I feel like this is going to be a very strong general love reading here. If not necessarily any other aspect of your life, but we will see. I don't know. I'm going to continue to shuffle a little bit more on camera for you guys, the Gypsy Oracle deck, and that is what we will start with. Alright, so I shuffling here to get some insight, some messages, some clarity for Gemini's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the first half of December. And December 1st, which is just past us, to the 15th of the month. What can you show me? What may you show me? Got the Messenger, despair, surprise, I'll go ahead and keep it with these three right now and clarify as necessary, you know, as energy brings me to do so. So with the Messenger card, you've got a huge shift that is among you. I can already tell you from the vibrations that I have right now. Cross watchers, if you're watching, we are talking about Geminis. Geminis, we are talking about Geminis here. I don't feel like this is cross watcher energy right now. As far as who this is pertaining to, like a change in fortune, like and it's really explosive, okay? Because I mean, out the bat, just out of the gates, this is surreal for me, you know, with the energy that I'm feeling. But out of the gates, you know, we're coming with some Wheel of Fortune energy, some divine intervention that is leading to a change in the tides. Now, and as far as what you've been going through, be it emotionally, physically, mentally, any of those ways we could break it down. As far as what you've been going through, you have been all over the place, all in your head, all right? And now it's really good that we don't see the despair card here in reverse, because it would signify things that, look, we don't even need to get into it. Let's stick with, because, you know, it would just go along the lines of not things being too late, but you definitely not receiving the blessing that I will get to in a moment. And just like this quick timeline that I'm seeing, it just signifies in the upright position that there's been a lot of effort to preoccupy yourself. And within that, you've been running yourself very thin, okay? There's been a lot going on in your mind. You're trying to think about what to do about relationships, okay? I see some of you evaluating friendships, but for some of you not so much, because I see a lot of soloism for many of you Geminis out there. But regardless, you still had matters of work and love, you know, if not really being a social butterfly at the moment, because I don't really see that aspect right now because of maybe the million and one things that you have going on. Work for you is a little bit chaotic. I feel as though it has nothing to do with what you're putting in your ethic, your work ethic, but what others are bringing around to you. You know, I mean, look at when we talk about, I don't know how great the brightness will be on here, but when we talk about the energy to note within the despair card, it is the luxury of his outfit, of his room, the gorgeous red chair, the flowers on the table. He really, even, oh my gosh, even the antique table itself, and all of the other antique notations in the card, that you can tell have intricate carvings and design, show that it's lavish and expensive. Like, you are sitting pretty. That's the idea that I get behind this card. Know it or not, you're coming into blessings, but for the things that you've actually put out for, the things that you've planted seeds for. Either you want to change careers or you want a promotion, but I know off the top that it's dealing with wanting, needing, and feeling as though you deserve more money. You also want to be in an environment where you don't have to deal with a lot of drama, because again, like I said, like your performance, everything is on point. You're very prompt, you're very timely. Like, you're someone who's built this luxury, or at least like the image of how people see you, you know, minus the gun in your hand, like how people see you. And that's nothing to worry about. It's just your environment seems like very, very freaking hectic. But it's taking a toll on you. There's not enough self-care going on. And if it's not physically for some of you, others, it's really not finding an outlet for your thoughts to express yourself. Like, with all the fast moving communication that is constantly within your energy, you need a way to express that and channel that, and this could be more so for folks who have Gemini, say, in their rising or their moon, or their Venus, whereas be it not the sun, the sun alignment or wherever other alignment that it's not. I think for some of you, it may be the reason, like, that you have to find that balance with more of a struggle. Because air signs and Geminis, particularly expression and communication, are very much gifts of the sun, to anyone, but notably and commonly through Gemini. I feel like I can kind of resonate with that myself because, I'm a Taurus sun and a Gemini moon, and for many reasons within that, like, it's very difficult for me to find outlets of expression, though I have this strong desire to do it, and I understand the cathartic nature that comes from it, that will ensue me. Like, it will be very, very freeing and liberating thing, but somewhere within that Taurian stubbornness, I'm not able to do it right now. So back to y'all. When it comes to love, because we talked a little bit about work, now when it comes to love, some of you Geminis, you're in your head about past events that may, that have happened with someone, but there is indecision somewhere. There's some indecision that lies in what you want to do through the lack of sorting your thoughts and sorting through your emotions, okay? And actually, for many of you trying to stray away from logic, and really just sort through your emotions, use other aspects of yourself, it's been very hard for you to get that accomplished. I sense some resistance, but it's like good resistance. Like, it's a reason that you're indecisive. Because we could talk about how you need healthy outlets for it, but let's get back to, like, I guess let's go a little bit before that. The reason that there's the indecision here, or not really the indecision, but not the full-fledged force to move away from this person, is because, like, your heart is still there. Like, you are moving away, or you have cut this person off, but I sense heartbreak, and it's trying to be dealt with in a logical way, which is causing a lot of mental despair. If you take this card literally, it's the card of suicide. Okay? So realize the huge importance of recognizing the self-inducing, the level of internal stigma that I do feel is tied to a cycle, And ding, 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 I see how, or where Isis, who's at the bottom of the deck here, the goddess Isis, was going to tie into this reading. There's a cycle with a person that, it's been like a cycle that you may have repeated with multiple partners, but it's definitely a cycle with this last past person. Like, it's been happening repeatedly to where there's been like a lot of back and forth, and through that you have just run yourself through such a muck that you almost feel like if you don't get any clarity before fully moving on from this situation, you don't know how you'll deal. You're wondering what's keeping you, like why can't you just detach? Why can you not detach from the emotions, detach from the feeling, the love that was once had? Why can't you detach from? It seems so easy to do when you think about it. Well, I see some advice, notably to just journal, maybe express some things to yourself by telling yourself, if not writing them. But the admittance will really help you get through so much. A lot of times we believe that we have to go revisit something because we feel this incompletion related to it. But really it's dealing with ourselves. Oh wow, it's getting so dark, guys. Hold on. Didn't notice that. Okay, so dealing with ourselves. Will get us through any lessons that we have to learn with someone else. It literally is all about us and not so much about self. Wow. Be honest with how you feel, and that will allow you to heal. There's so much waiting on the other side for you that I don't know if you're fully grasping that and realizing that with the Surprise card, you know, it is about unexpected blessings, but how do I put this? The unexpected nature isn't always as innocent as, oh, well, I just didn't see that coming. I didn't know. Sometimes we just have to look, you know, or have faith. So through faith, I guess what I'm getting at is there are certain things that you know are coming to you. All right, if you fully, you know, open yourself up and attune yourself and raise your vibrations to accept and receive messages that are trying to be delivered to you. Through those messages will bring blessings, you know, because through those messages you gain certain understandings, certain insight, you internalize certain ways of being, and through carrying that out, the universe, you know, karmically matches that. They match what you're putting out, so you get blessings on blessings on blessings, and just an infinite amount of love. But it takes your faith. I actually do sense a lot of faith orient in the Surprise card. Because what I'm pulling right now is this man is out fishing. And I don't know what his definition of great is, but he plans on catching something great, right? Something enough. Or you know, he just may be one of those folks that says, hey, I might just catch the big one. Or, you know, he might be a little bit more optimistic than at least wanting to meet that quota, if you will. Still getting over a cold. Sorry, y'all. So if you're taking yourself out to fish, like, we don't know what's in those waters, right? And if we knew what was where, we'd go straight to it, catch it, boom, boom, boom. Fishing wouldn't even take as long or be as fun as it is. So we go out there on faith and put our net in. We cast our rod. And these are the, symbolic of the seeds that we've planted, Gemini. And he catches here. It's a bag of money, like $6,000. It says $6,000 on there, so $6,000. It's a large sum, and it's symbolic of how something unexpected comes to you that will change your life, not just affect it, but change it for the better. And it's like, why couldn't you get that? Why wouldn't you get that? Like, you decided to go fishing. And you can expect the unexpected because the element of surprise and blessing is upon you. But like, did I cut off on that analogy too soon? Because I feel like I'm getting it through, and I generally will let that telepathy speak if I feel that you feel it. Like, of course you are to catch this. And would you have even settled on your day before any less? Be it unexpected, that's really in the timing. These are still things that you ask for. You set out to fish, God is guidance. Sekhmet. Be strong. Be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. What did I just get done saying, Gemini? These are things that you've asked for. These manifestations that are coming in, these blessings. So realize that you deserve them. Like, why don't you? And though all this is going on around you with trials and tribulations of love, like being at the final edges of letting somebody go, but it's just been really hard to cut the cord, man. Like, the messenger card is also signifying to me that the universe is going to cut the rest of that cord. Okay, for one. But though, you're going through a lot, like, you have blessings that are waiting on you based upon what you choose to internalize, because all these things are dealing with you. So, how will you balance your thoughts? How will you express your strength? How will you completely stay moving in the direction once that cord is cut? How do you maintain your faith as a whole beyond these situations, but what you will ever experience again in life? Okay? Because this is very, very much about faith. And you are protected. Alright? Now with this card, some of you could be dealing with a Leo. I've been dealing with a Leo. But this also, be it for you, represents you taking on that energy yourself. And that's the more prominent thing. Diana. Focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Okay? Unwavering thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Meaning that the only thing that's holding you back is that slight bump in the road of not being able to clear your mind and your thoughts, because there are messages that are waiting to come through, which again, those messages that are waiting to come through will help reshape what you put out to reshape what you get back. Okay? And through reshaping what you get out, or what you put out, pardon moi, this is about where you're getting back. So this is success in all of your endeavors that you sought to be within your autonomy in all ways, and attract love that is on your level, and attract friendships that are on your level, and have just relations in general, and work environments, all interactions with those that are on your level. Same lessons can be learned. Okay, you ain't being noble over here dealing with fuckheads and fuckboys and, you know. And like I said, and like this card says, your strength ensures a happy outcome. You keeping your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and emotions intact and focused on your target ensures that you make your mark. This is you becoming actualized. That's what this is about here. Let's go ahead and get a clarifier for this despair card. So now I've cut 30 minutes. Getting close to 30 minutes. Yep. Constancy reversed. So a few things here. With constancy reversed, you are no longer feeding energy and time into a situation that absolutely drained you and did not benefit you slightly. I see that you were manipulated highly. You might be kicking yourself in the ass because of the level of manipulation you allowed, or what is it about you that makes people think that they could even try, right? But with all that considered, you've chosen to remove yourself. The universe strongly helped bring it to that point. You have spirit guides that have definitely helped from the other side of the veil bring that to this point, and bring about situations in your life that you could go through, that you've gone through recently, to make you okay with it. Alright? Like prep for battle, prep for war, and like highly protected. Again, you got your lines, alright? And also this card in yes or no readings, like when this shows up, it signifies a no, right? Well, what I'm feeling in translation is, as far as that last bit is concerned that you're holding on to, that if you think that things would change, or if you think that things would be different, or if you think that if this person was to come and try to offer you their love, or pretend that things would be different, anything on that boat, or or along those lines, the answer is no. That will not be the case. And this is also a no in the blessings that you have coming to you, like they will be stalled or postponed, or they just won't reach you as they're waiting for you now. Like they won't reach you in the time that you could have them. Like there is no more time really to waste. And through kind of what you believe is right, Brigitte. And I was just about to, and she's channeling her inner fire here, like in her heart chakra, like. So what I was gonna say is, like, with the passion that you have right now, and Brigitte is my card of passion. with that card of passion, with with the things that you are truly noticing and picking up on that have changed and shifted in your life. You're sent. There might be some weak moments in thought. You can't afford that. Dr. Reverse. I'm not here to say it's not okay to have those lapses in thoughts. I'm not here to say that. But I can tell you can't afford that, and you will be fine. There's no more need to even rationalize more thought and energy towards this person, Gemini, because things are about to be bumping for you. You're supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. You need anything or anyone but yourself, and coming into that and embodying that will bring you more than you could have imagined needing. So Gemini, answer those knocks at the door. Seriously. Can't remember who it was that had some similarities in their reading. Wow. You've been building your resources, you've been investing, you've been planning, you've been plotting, Gemini. Universe says that's what's up. Keep doing that. Because it's doing more than you realize. It's allowing you to eventually look back and see how hard you're working to make dreams realities. From seed to harvest. So you're reinventing yourself. It's about the last card I got, and that was within the Brigitte card here. Heart's turning back on. Hey, I'm gonna be nosy. Tell me about new love for Gemini. I'll pull a card or two. New love for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We're coming out of their situation on top. Ooh, sold, y'all. Now. Sorrow. So though this is the time of you and your hearts begin to come alive again as you're motivated and just elevating yourself every moment of every day, I feel like that could begin to go to your head in a way to where you're like, oh yeah, got this, don't need love, blah 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 blah. Wrong, Gemini. The warning here is if you so decide to keep your guard up, if you so decide to have yourself ready, armed and geared up, prepared to do battle over issues, if you so decide to keep yourself veiled off and sheltered, you will be highly saddened and disappointed from the results, because you will be made aware of love that you've lost. There will be an opportunity, a missed opportunity. And not one of those that just goes over your head because you're so focused on your own, it will be a missed opportunity that you don't want. Because with these two together here, Brigitte and the soldier card tells me that, like, this could just go to, it could go a couple of ways. Alright, it could go a couple of ways. So, without taking it too far, you know, stay empowered, but stay balanced. Duality. More messages from the twos. And are you not of the twins? So remember that, you know, it's not just the scales and Libra that we speak of when it comes to balance. Balance for everyone, yes, but what I'm noting here is it's the same for Gemini, in my opinion. You know, two sides of soul and self that come together as one. To me, that would require balance for ultimate form to be as effective and happy as it could be. So if the scales here were to tip, and in a way that, you know, because I'm also denoting some ego here, like, but wounded ego, because this isn't, like, we didn't draw the haughtiness card or anything, but it's like a wounded ego. You know, ego that just has you have your guard up and you're not thinking that you're better than anyone. It's just that, you know, wounded people kind of poo on people. They don't give them a chance sometimes, and it can be unfair as human beings when we are scorned and scarred, but I see you can miss out on a great opportunity. You could genuinely hurt someone who wants to reach out and offer you love. Okay? And within this card here, you know, this could be a symbol, that fire of passion offered to you, of love offered to you. Someone literally allowing you to possess that, to hold it and cradle. And depending on how that is treated, with it in your hands, you know, it could really be a saddening and detrimental moment for you. Alright? You know, part of one of the things to get here and to learn is not just moving on from past misfortune or heartbreak or separation, but really understanding how it is affecting future decisions that you make, so you don't even get caught up in the sauce. Not even realizing in the moment that it was a trigger that made you say this or do this, or not say this or not do this. I think with that note, you'll be okay. Be mindful of that, because there may be a tendency or a desire to really chop down trees, and remember, we gotta breathe. Love y'all.